FM Zimbabwe.
Yeah, boys. Yeah. We are ready now, yeah, we are ready, yo. Check your time till it's lunchtime, ready, yo. Sina Chamvary, the lunchtime roka, my friend, hango asiput, asinda toa coca, yeah. Takumbo spakwa nemi manzi, papo FM pane mari, ndoka pane mafanzi, my face name my baby, ana maina na baba, yango wa happy. Hey, what up everybody, it's your boy T-Guns, it's lunchtime radio, and right now you're listening to Chamvary, the lunchtime rocker on Power FM.
This is Center Stage with the latest and the hottest issues with Chamvary, brought to you by NMB Bank. NMB Bank, in pursuit of excellence.
Oh Lord, you hear me when I say this? I know.
Open the locks for me.
Tell him, Pandija Buddha Nasi, Urai Musuo Chacha. Pandija Famba Nasi, Chicha Famba Shakanaka. Cause I have a family, like I wonder to feed. They say, man, no temper, neni. They know that mercy and your blessings. In no temper, neni. I say, open doors, open the doors for me. Open doors, open the lock for me. Open doors, open the doors for me. Open doors, open the doors for me. They chaga when me step in out, and then they chawana when me take the road. The devil is a liar, him can take me down. Kuva kuna judge and they chawana simba nerudo. Munda mangu, they chawana something yango zinuziri dry. But in the farm I'm send the sea and never let me go. Baba ninu da kukunda mashingo wa Jericho. Pandija Buddha Nasi, Urai Musuo Chacha. Pandija Famba Nasi, Chicha Famba Shakanaka. Cause I have a family, like I wonder to feed. They say, man, no temper, neni. They know that mercy and your blessings. In no temper, neni. I say, open doors, open the doors for me. Open doors, open the lock for me. Open doors, open the doors for me. Open doors, open the lock for me. Hard times down the out again. Looking forward to a brighter day. Diamond they can need a man again. Bank full up, money go pile again. We go fly again. Pandija Buddha Nasi, Urai Musuo Chacha. Pandija Famba Nasi, Chicha Famba Shakanaka. Cause I have a family, like I wonder to feed. They say, man, no temper, neni. They know that mercy and your blessings. In no temper, neni. I say, open doors, open the doors for me. Open doors, open the lock for me. Open doors, open the doors for me. Open doors, open the lock for me.
Open the doors for me. Open the doors for me. Open the doors for me. Open the doors for me. Open the doors for me. Open the doors for me. Open the doors for me. Open the doors for me.
I say this to the Lord to whom I seek my protection.
All hits, all day, all night.
Ability extension.
Hey, Nutty O,
Baby, I'll ride for you. Baby, I'll die for you. I hope I'm right for you. Yeah. Who's gonna take my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna break my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna take my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna break my heart, turn the way? The way. my heart to you. I don't care what you do. It just got to be you, girl. I say nothing, the nasi. Tepe moya wese kasuno leta chande kwaza. Nezi hatataki. Usandi batakaki. You better love me now, cause you see what I want. You can never plan. I'm gonna love you, so touching your plan. Don't know you both, no zizi I want. I already know who's gonna take my heart, turn the way. Who's gonna break my heart, turn the way. Who's gonna take my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna break my heart, turn the way?
Love your style, love syndrome. Melanin queen, me love your skin tone. Wine and vibrate like a ring phone. Girl, you super fly like a skill drone. You are on fire, you don't need no lighter. So come press up your loving for me. Oh girl, girl, you be the one for me. IG put you on the dance story. She's a keeper, #1 goalie. The way drive me crazy. Pulling the strings to your punch up. Lie, the wine control me. Girl, you pretty than Angelina Jolie. The way drive me crazy.
Who's gonna take my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna break my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna take my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna break my heart, turn the way?
Oh girl, girl, you be the one for me. IG put you on the dance story. She's a keeper, #1 goalie. The way drive me crazy. Pulling the strings to your punch up in. I tell no lie, the wine control me. Girl, you pretty than Angelina Jolie. The way drive me crazy.
Who's gonna take my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna break my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna take my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna break my heart, turn the way?
Minutes past 2 o'clock our time right now, and welcome to it. This is another exciting episode of Center Stage, which comes through every Tuesday between 2 and 3 p.m. Proudly brought to us by NMB Bank. They are our sponsors on the show every week, and we make sure that we get a trending personality, a popular personality into the studio, someone, a public figure that you all know. Get to sit down with them and then ask them a couple of questions and get to hear what their take on some of the things that are going on and that they're associated with. So this week we have ABX Nutty O in the studio, and I've been seeing a lot of the comments that are actually on our Facebook page on our live, and a lot of them are saying Anzi so DM komana arkurira. So we thought it's a center stage. But before we get into it and speak to Nutty O, just want to remind you about some of the amazing products and services that NMB Bank has. So firstly, NMB Bank went 100% paperless, and now they proudly introduced the 100% zero-rated NMB Connect app. So you can save or share digitally stamped proof of payments on all transfers, near instant RTG reference numbers sent to your email address. So you can transact day to day without data or airtime. Simply download the NMB Connect app from the Apple or Google App Store and register. This is banking for everyone. NMB Connect, zero-rated. NMB Bank, we take your money seriously. You can also visit the NMB Connect online on www.nmbconnectonline.co.zw. The website once again, www.nmbconnectonline.co.zw. It's now 20 minutes past 2 o'clock, and we want to say, hey, Nutty O.
Yeah, Chamvary.
In Monitra, you've got this tagline that you always do at the beginning of every song. Ability extension.
Ability extension.
Like ability extension. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm great.
When we hear you sing, when we hear your music, one would be tempted to assume that you are a talkative character, a talkative person. But you're actually an introvert. You are very withdrawn. You speak when spoken to, but you're very observant of what's going on around you.
Very true. Very accurate. That's an accurate observation. That's a first.
Oh, I'm the first one to have done this.
Yes, very accurate with that observation.
Yes, thank you so much. Please clap hands for me, everybody. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. So you've got a brand new album that is out, and this album was released 2 weeks ago, and it seems it's doing something that artists in Zimbabwe have been struggling to do over the last 24 months or 18 months, whereby to get your album to be spoken about beyond 7 days is really a stressful thing, because people are moving on very quickly. But it's been 2 weeks. This album is doing the things. It's doing the rounds.
Yeah, man.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel fulfilled. I think fulfilled is the right word. It's fulfilling for you to have this kind of body of work that is literally just creating new impact every day. It's like you wake up and everybody else is gravitating to their kind of vibe in the album. It's not only one particular song that is making the noise. It's actually the whole body of work, and the feedback I've been getting from people is that they actually cannot just pick certain songs to play, like how it's normal for people to gravitate to maybe 2 or 3 songs in the album and say these are the hit songs. But then with the situation, I'm getting feedback that people love everything that's going on. It's one, so I feel fulfilled.
All right.
Because when I do music, I seek these kind of details, and these details must bring fulfillment. It must fulfill you as an artist that, you know what, I really shoot my shot and it reached to the heart. It's
spot on the target.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said earlier on, in the last 24 months, in fact, it's not even just 24 months. It's been happening recently in the last 5 years, whereby when an album comes out, like I said, people move on very quickly, and then you start to see my memes anotenderera kuti svondo ratangira album kupera. You know, the week ended slower than the album ended, and that this album isn't it. Then there's the social media critics, the music heads that listen to the album real quickly, commenting. Is this something that you're fearful of, or you're mindful of as you were getting ready to release your album?
I've never been afraid of those things. Never, because I create music for details that are quite bigger than just critics and people waiting to listen to the album and give their opinion. It's bigger than that. I knew even the detail and the paradigm that I had reached with the details within this album. It was just beyond that stage, so I wasn't scared. I've never been scared of that, because at the end of the day, substance over hype. What we have most of the times on social media with people is people waiting to hype whatever they want to hype, be it it's mediocre or it's great. But at the end of the day, substance will still surpass all of these things. So if you're an individual like me, I take my time and I create substance. I'm not worried about who's going to come out and say what. I know that the substance will always overweigh, because that's what's there. I know the substance is within Ibegresment.
Yes. Okay, how long do you think a person should take to listen to your album? How long before they give? How long should they give the album before they're listening to the album before they give an opinion on an album? In fact, not even an album, your album.
Before I would have said maybe you need a couple of days, but then using the track record and the response I've been getting and what happened when I released the album, the very same day I released the album, it's like one doesn't need to spend a minute listening to the album. The moment they just step to the first song, it's an instant tick. It's like all the boxes are checked within that minute. That's with substance. When you make music that is like I aim at the heart when I create, and you don't miss. When that happens, you don't need time. That moment you listen to Open Doors, the first song, the introduction, it gets you. The moment you get to the
It's
second,
speaking to what
already-
we're saying in the album that opened the doors not only for Nutty O,
Yes.
but also for the listener.
for the listener.
Yes.
So the moment you listen, I'm telling you that Jaja should open your doors. You're in, because that's what you need at that very time, and we all can relate because we all need these doors.
Hands na Ronnie Gully on Facebook. Hands aiwa album rakanyorwa vachida and vasinga manye. It's a fine work of art. How long did this album take you to prepare?
Some songs would go back as far as 2017. You know, I wrote those songs 2017, and I had to keep them during all this time because I knew that, you know what, there's gonna be, you know, a greater purpose for some of these songs. I would rather use them when I feel like they are necessarily needed. And all this time I just had to write. And I think a batch of my last songs, I think I recorded about 20 to 25 songs.
No way.
In a period of 1 month and a half. Yeah.
And how many songs does this album have?
This album had 14 tracks, but I had 60 songs to choose from.
And how did we come down to selecting 14 songs from 60 songs that were there? Because as an artist, you feel that each song is relevant,
Yes.
each song is good, each
Yes.
song has substance.
Yes.
However, we can't have an album with 60 songs. Ain't nobody got time to listen to 60 songs.
That's maybe, let's say maybe that's impossible, but maybe until one tries it.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
But this was your debut album
This
that you
my
know
debut.
everybody was looking forward to this album.
Yes, I really wanted to release all my songs because these are like my hard end work. But then we sit down and production and my team, we had to decide that, you know what, we're gonna put 14 songs. First it was 17, then it was toned down to 14. It was a hard time to actually remove some songs that I believe we're gonna make an impact. For an example, we would have missed a song and Peri Power in the album.
And this is the song Irkurira Manje Manje.
Yes, that was very inevitable. That song, there was a time when it was being said that, you know what, where does it fit?
And so that's how you came down to deciding on 14 songs.
Yes.
How long did this take, the process of cutting down 60 to 40?
It's a month. It took me a month going back and forth with team, and it's an everyday discussion. It's a stressful discussion because nobody wants to, so people have their own views around.
You say team. Who does this team comprise of? What is their relevance
Team is
to this team?
Team is the wall behind the captain. So I'm the captain.
Relevance.
Yes.
JEP. Do we have your friends in this team?
We have.
Do we have your mbingas in this
We
team?
have.
Do we have journalists in this team? Who is this team?
So yeah, team comprises of a lot of people from different specialities. I had a creative direction team that will monitor my graphics, visuals, and my social media, what I post, in the content that I create for the album as far as marketing is concerned. I have my management team, and in my management team there are people doing marketing, there are people on the ground just doing ground analysis and
So it's a full-on research of
Full-on,
what is going
yes.
on as far as the trends are
Yes,
concerned.
yes.
You treated this like a business,
Yes.
and like a proper project as
Yes.
opposed to just an album.
Yes, online people, the people doing online. I have a team of people who handle my publishing and all of that. And I also have family, and I also have my brothers, like, who are just overseeing things. People like, Tindo, and so I had 90 eyes on this album, and everyone is just playing their role. It's like a team. I'm the coach, and I now decided this is my strike force, this is my midfield, this is my defense, and this is my goalkeeper, and these are the subs.
All right. All right, I want to say a big shout out to Zim Celebs Official. Oh my gosh, Zim Celebs is in the comment section. Baby, you seeing them? Big shout out to you, Zim Celebs. Big shout out to Shupikai Mukoko. Big shout out to Charlotte Tinotenda Mukarati. She's also showing you so much love. Can we have those loves and likes? And please make sure that you share the link with everybody so that we can get as many people on. So because we got so much we need to talk about on this album. All right, so we got 11 songs. We came down to 11 songs. 14 songs, sorry. Yeah. 14 songs. Now we need a release date.
Yes.
Why did we decide on 24 September?
Because that was the date that was favorably available. And remember, I had a seven months delay. This album was supposed to be released 7 months ago. Mm-hmm. And things were just happening. And
what things were happening?
A lot of dynamics.
Like what?
I was behind with I felt like I wasn't ready. I was behind with my production. I still felt like I needed to record some songs and add substance to this. Mm-hmm. And also, I was going through processes where you actually need to align yourself and make sure you really need to do the album.
Mentally, physically.
Yes.
Your spirituality needs to be on point. The Mercury,
yes. There were times
the universe needs to be aligned.
There were times I would be so out of it, and that's when you would see me in Chimani Mountains hiking with Chema. Mm-hmm. That was me trying to refocus, realign my system into place, because as far as people don't speak about this, but I speak about this because I know music is a very spiritual thing. It's a spiritual gift, and it has to do with your internal more than the outside.
All right. So do you go through meditation processes?
Yes.
Where before you release? And when you say spirituality, explain to us. I know this may be private. If you feel it is private. Once spirituality is private, but if you feel it's not necessary to share, we can move on. When you say spirituality, what do you mean? What processes do you go through? Because the Chimani Mountains, these are a very spiritual place, and it's not somewhere that you would go and temper with. So also explain to us how that experience helped bring your mind to a place where it was able to work for you the way you needed it to do.
So there's a term that describes people who are inspired by nature. I've forgotten what the term is, but I'll look for it. Mm-hmm. So me, I'm one of those individuals. I'm inspired by nature. Me being around the natural surroundings, the natural environment, it kind of cleanses me. It gets rid of all the toxicity and the energy that we inherit within the space of our day-and-day living. So when I go to the mountains, it's clean. I'm around nature. The atmosphere is pristine, and so is
undiluted, uncontaminated.
That's when I think. That's when I was trying to attach this mindset to my system. Because you know what? I'm gonna be recording one of the biggest albums. I'm gonna be doing this in the next month. I'm gonna be doing this. That was the process. I had to go to the mountains and cleanse. Just me being there, seeing natural things, natural animals, swimming in natural clean fountains.
Yeah.
Drinking clean water from the fountain, and just away from a lot of the things that I'm so...
So you feel this is very necessary when it comes to releasing any body of work?
It works for me.
It works for you.
I did not know.
For others.
I did not know.
But this is what you did for yourself.
For me, I had to do that.
All right. We spoke about the 24th of September. Trevor D also announced the 24th of September as his release date. He's an artist who's been there longer than you have. I wanted to avoid saying bigger, but he's an artist that has been there longer than you have. When he announced his release date and it was matching with yours, didn't you feel some type of way? How did you feel about that?
No time. We don't carry feelings.
What do you carry? You carry hits. Not feelings.
No time. I didn't feel any type of way. I wasn't moved because you know what? We had made a decision. And the decision was based on a plan. So there's no way you're going to change your plan just because we say stick to the plan, stick to the vision, stick to the mission, because it's not the same. We are different people.
And you're singing different genres.
And we have different levels to this. Like I feel like I'm ordained to attain a different level. It's different from anybody else. So I'm not scared. When I get to this, when we make a decision fixed to my plan, I don't back down from it. I go with it because what must come to me will come to me.
All right.
What must happen will happen. And we're not similar in any way.
Okay.
We do not affect each other in any way because I am me. And
did Winky D get a chance to listen to your album before everybody else got it?
yeah, I think he heard one song. He had one song. Yeah.
But he endorsed the album before it came out.
Yeah.
So he endorsed it based on one song.
Not necessarily. He was just being genuine. Just being genuine, not based on that he had heard any song. It was just being a
like
leader.
you were saying, I'm looking forward to the album.
Yes.
This is the
and
album.
he was just being also a leader because in this very time, if you look at the paradigm and the scope that we at, we must have leaders because we are the new generation artists and we require what I would say some sort of teaching and guidance. For me, it was so important to reach out to him and actually seek wisdom behind the scenes about things.
So you did that?
Yes, he has released music before and has been doing well. And I could only use his intelligence too because who am I not to get some lessons from the people who have done it before? You actually do not become better than the things that you do not respect. So I respect.
Yes, like that. You do not become better than the things you do not respect. So is this a goal of yours to one day surpass what he has done with the proper guidance and
obviously
and motivation and encouragement?
Obviously, we are set out to do better and modify and implement better. So obviously, one day I would love to do and exceedingly and beyond what they, but under
because
the right,
he led the way.
Yes,
we
under
need to
the
make
right
that clear because we don't offend the Gaffer team, the Gaffer members. We're just saying, Kuti, he has done this, but listen, I also want to do as much as he has done, and even more.
All right. Under
we have to be clear about
under even his
guidance.
Yes, under his tutelage.
All right.
Should I say?
Okay, we want to play a song, but before we do that, I'm going to ask you one more thing and then just give a quick heads up about some information from NMB. Jah Praise endorsed your album as well because he said his voice featured on one of the songs on the album. Which song is this? Kokorego.
Yeah.
All right. And when was this song recorded? Was this recorded while you were still at Military Touch, while you were still there?
Yes.
Or this was something that he came and did recently?
No, I recorded that song when we were still at MTM. And back then, when we were still at MTM, we had a culture that no song is released when everyone else feels like something is wrong. We come together when someone is recording, we all around and we actually sharpening each other and helping each other even. So, I could come in and put backing vocals on the XQ song. I would come in and do the same on the Jah would come in and do backing vocals on the XQ song. Jah would come and write lines for me and say, this part requires this. I would ask for help in that. So it's one song that I was recording at some time. And he came in and I was like, okay, I feel like right there you need some lines like these, and he actually wrote those lines and actually sang them, and they were like backing vocals on a part to say kokori gori 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 koids.
And with the industry, usually it's the fans that will have more issues than the actual artists themselves.
Yeah.
And a lot happened last year. A lot was said. Are you guys good now with Jah Praise's team and with Jah himself? Did you guys sit down and talk it out, whatever mess was going on last year?
Me and him, we've always been good. We've always been good. There's never been bad blood. And I'm also a person who doesn't do bad blood things.
Because you got no beef with anyone. I was looking for scandals.
Other people might have bad blood with me, but it's not me.
It's not reciprocated.
You see, me, I don't deal. I'm actually a vegan. I don't do beef. So
you don't eat meat?
No, in that.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
no, I like.
Okay, no, I understand what you're saying. You don't do beef, never. No.
I'm a vegan when it comes to that. Okay. I don't do beef, so I'm good with everybody. And I also understand we all humans, you know. Faulting is part of our growing process. I've also had my faults, and there are things that I've done that I also regret, and I learned from that curve.
Right.
And I corrected myself. So there's no time and just get on shidaku hold onto something that happened kudara because mangwana maxini munantu mugakachinja.
Yes, shotofura.
You know.
All right. 498652154. We're going to open up the phone lines in a short little bit, but just want to remind you from wherever you are, withdraw or deposit cash, apply for a new loan or top up, pay your bills, send money, buy airtime, and keep track of your account right from your mobile phone. To get started, dial *241# or download the NMB Connect app from Google Play or Apple Store. And you can also visit NMB Connect online on www.nmbconnectonline.co.za. You can get more when you receive and collect a minimum of $100. When you connect a minimum of $100 via Send It To from any NMB Bank branch, registered agent, NMB Bank MTA Center, which is Corner First and Kwame Nkrumah in Harare, and you could be a winner. We have ABX Nutty O in the studio. Let's stop this one right here, and we want to make people happy right now. Like, Bibi, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Social media, are you ready? Callers, are you ready? Everybody, are you ready? This is the hottest song of the moment in the streets. Ndo Irukurira. This is ABX Nutty O and Dipere Power.
No obstacle could have come get me done. Pandapa couldn't look how far when me go. Higher is the only road. One I couldn't live. No obstacle could have come get me done. Pandapa couldn't ditch you quit on my como. Higher is the only road. One I couldn't live. Dengue ni jingo abaya baya. Neni mano ona fire fire. Ani pere bao. Dengue ni jingo abaya baya. Neni mano ona fire fire. Ani pere bao. Ani pere power power. Been to the fire fire. Ani pere power power. Never pins a pressure, but I hit the pressure. Ishevangu vakanita kutendeve special. Atifana nepa level, that's the education. Wangundiri treasure, that be kwa under pressure. Ndaka polishwa kutendete beta. Da change generation, ukaramba uri heta. Ono da revelation, uneje no kuneta. Antine simbare mucheche kika heba. Tiriseni ndo ziramba. Masiki isheramba muchi varanga. Makomborero wangu muchi mapama. I pray for elevation, man on the tumira. Mamepo I say back to sender. Nanyepa. Nenge ni chingo abaya baya. Neni mano ona fire fire. Ani pere bao. Nenge ni chingo abaya baya. Neni mano ona fire fire. Ani pere bao. Ani pere power power. Been to the fire fire. Ani pere power power. And the pere power, power. Been to the fire, fire. And the pere power, power. Keep going higher, higher. No obstacle could have come get me done. Pandava couldn't look how far when me go. Higher is the only road. One I couldn't live. No obstacle could have come get me done. Pandava couldn't ditch you quit on my como. Higher is the only road. One I couldn't live. Dengue ni chingo abaya baya. Neni mano ona fire fire. Ani pere bao. Dengue ni chingo.
Now, if you go onto TikTok, if you go onto Instagram stories, this song is the one that is featuring as a sound on a lot of TikTok reels, a lot of TikTok stories. TikTok stories, yes, Instagram reels, and as well as Instagram stories. This is Andy Pere Power. I read somewhere that you said this song, you wrote it in 2020. What was going on when you wrote this song?
I just had a series of I just went through a series of should I call them difficulties? I just went through hurdles, unstable moments, and I was just seated one day evaluating where I come from the path I've walked, the things I've gone through, and the things I have conquered and the things I've done, and still I was there. And I just told myself, you know what? Inini, maybe I should sing a song, and I need maybe to tell someone out there who has been through what I've been through, or even who has gone through worse than I've gone through. To sapere pao, life difficulties shouldn't just end you. You know, I think specifically in this one, I also had enemies in my brain, because that time I was just getting left and right and center, jibs from left and right and center. And I
saw those comments.
Naysayers all the times, and you know, even just like literally, this happens. Fights from even fellow artists, and you just see this wave is coming in. I was at that point where I just wanted to tell someone out there that, you know what, all of these things, as funny,
my favorite
still
line
emerge.
My favorite line from the song is Masiki awa ramba muchivaranga. I love that part, because basically, from my understanding, you're just telling God, you're asking God, Kuti, please, they keep planning, but keep disappointing them because they are not you. Yay. All right. All right. We got a comment here, and this guy's been posting a lot. This one's from Ras Fadix. He says, I think he's the greatest artist, but he lacks self-belief. I wish this guy had called in, and then I would have really asked. But before you respond to that, I also want to say a big shout out to Kivo Santana. He's actually in the comment section.
Yeah, man. Big up Kivo Santana.
Showing you so much love there as well. All right. Let's respond to this one here. He says that you lack self-belief. Like I said, I wish it was a call. But self-belief. What's going on there? Do you know him?
I know. No, I've seen. I think is a person who we all know is someone who is within like the circles. Ras Fadix. I always see him comment. Most of the times,
also he's in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I would love to think so, but most of the times his comments are not on point. They're always awkward. They are kind of backed by, you know, what is nothing.
Negativity.
Yeah, because how do you say someone is the greatest artist but lacks self-belief? How can one be great and lack self-belief?
You're contradicting yourself.
Yes, that's mere contradiction. How does one become great without self-belief?
All right.
I believe certain people are just out there. Those are the people.
Plus, nobody's album say when you don't believe in yourself. You don't do that. Hey, I like that. All right. So this is the album is out. People are vibing to it. People are jamming to it. What is your plan in order to sustain this hype? Because one of the things that people get frustrated with is that artists will come and give us the big wow, and then there's no follow through. Do we have a follow through for this album? We're not talking about another album, but in terms of maintaining this wave that you're on.
There's always the next level, because that's the ABXOA, ability extension. I'm always outside that box. I'm always working outside that box. I'll never cease to bring the element of surprise. Remember, I said I had 60 songs to choose from. That means I have a couple of songs that I also put aside as a follow-up as far as music is concerned. But we're on a next level movement right now. My mission is to go outside, because listen, Zimbabwe, we are, I don't know, if not 14 million people. There are 250 million people out there in some region that consume music. I want to tap into that crowd so that my numbers grow. And that's where the big turn happens. I want to be a global icon. I want to perform with Justin Bieber the same as Wizkid is doing right now.
Right. You've always I've always seen this comment. Nutty O is international. It's What is this international? I don't understand. Can I get international, Nutty? Do you consider yourself international? What are we saying when there's international? What's the benefit? You're going to international, because if you look at
that one, people have their own interpretations.
If you look at it, Nicki Minaj are international, but there's a okay, not Nicki Minaj, but America, you know.
Yeah, for real.
You know, so when we say international, what are we looking at? What are we saying with international?
So I think the scope now, look at the scope at which one is operating in. So obviously, if you are operating in more than one area, as far as geography is concerned, you're operating in more than one area, then your thing is no longer local. Your thing is no longer regional.
Yes.
Because now, look, we have Stone Boy.
Yes.
We have Ghana.
Yes.
We have DeMarco DeMarco is
Jamaica.
Jamaican, but it's in America right now.
Yes, exactly.
We have and the sound, language, and dynamics, and where we're planning to push it.
So international does not necessarily mean singing in English. It does not necessarily mean singing in Shona. It doesn't necessarily mean
language doesn't have anything to do with being international.
Right.
But it is based on a lot of things, but it's really rooted within the vision and where you want to go. So unaika kwatiri kuoperata zvinhu zvakurira kughana zvinhu zvakurira ku Jamaica ku Caribbean islands zvinhu zvakurira ku America zvinhu zvakurira in outside regions in Zambia and Botswana. That's the goal, that's the motive, ndokwatiri kupusha. So the goal is international. Right. And when you're working with international artists, what are you?
An international artist. Iwe, there you go. Hey, imba pere power. Ongofana uimba kuti ndipere power sha. Because wapindura.
Do imba verse.
All right, I got 2 more questions. I need you to answer them real quickly. But think about them first before you answer. We have an issue of drugs in Zimbabwe. Mm-hmm. In terms of with the industry, a lot of artists are said to be being held back by the fact that if they don't get their success as quickly as they want, they turn to drugs, the industry, and all of this. From your experience, how is this a problem to the entertainment industry since you are already in it? And how do you feel like the youth or the new upcoming artists, the new crop of artists that are looking up to you can avoid these situations which will hold them back, like Nyema drugs?
Because what happens is, I would love to believe that we say Zimbabwe has a high literacy rate, right? Mm-hmm. That means a lot of people understand. Antuons, we see that they are not mentally, frail or they understand exactly. So when you consume drugs, uchatanga kuita series. And this will eventually hinder your prospects, your goals, and even how you operate. Mm-hmm. So, what's happening here? I don't understand sometimes, and I refrain from commenting because these youths are actually bright, and some of them are brilliant individuals in different areas, but they still consume these things. Should I say we need teachers? In this very moment in time, we need maybe artists like you who will then be able to point at beyond Kuti, even beyond him, even you and beyond, But so that they can have someone to look up to. Because if you look at me, just outside the artistry, I can be a teacher. So we need teachers, and not all artists are teachers. Not all influential people are teachers. We actually need the real teachers in society who have been through my situations and we have conquered certain things and teacher, because the youth them need a teacher right now.
Right, that's true.
To teach them kutoona indulgence in drugs it will affect in a lot of ways, not only health but also even your mental upkeep and well-being, and you will not go forward.
All right, we need to take calls. We've got 7 minutes to go before the news comes through. 498652 and 498654. ABX is in the studio. Please turn down the volume of your radio, and please remember this is a family listening station. Let's keep our comments positive and ask him anything you want to ask. Power FM, hello.
Hey, hello, Chamvary.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Magaba.
All right, what's your name though?
My name is Batino.
Batino Tauraina ABX.
Nutty O.
Yeah.
ABX.
What does it go Batino?
I bo. But I don't know how Bambarako bo. In the song you go on Chamvary background, I was bo. But I don't know here, but.
Yeah, man.
You is an artist. Buno Zimbabwe, among my artists. You are and it. And then put among my artists are now feature anyway. Uno battery there.
Maya Babatino. Zenosiana in a lot of ways, because we do music for different reasons. Mm-hmm. So I'll look at your reason why you want to do music with me, but most of the times music is based on...
But it's a business, Nutty O.
Yes, that's why I say...
It's a business.
So that's why
you are a brand.
That's why I say...
You are allowed to charge, and no one should feel any type of way for it.
That's why I say...
Because kana broga mangwanaga takukuseka rona akatadza kuita zvine musoro, but shamari ndio urikudira ndio kupisa, you've got a brand.
Obviously there are angles to it.
Yes, but kuzoti mwe munhu asina.
Then sometimes sometimes it's energy. Sometimes it's energy. Because if you ask me if you ask me, did I pay a collaboration with Stoneboy? I will tell you no. It's energy.
Yes.
You see, so it differs good. What are we doing and what level are we operating at and what do we want to achieve at the end of the day? But there's also the business side of music.
All right. 498-652 and 54 Power FM. Hello. Hello. Power FM.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Kelvin from Kobulawai.
All right, Kelvin, go ahead and speak to Nutty.
ABX.
And it's bawa.
Yeah, man.
What does it do?
Great. How's you, man?
I'm good, man.
Go ahead and speak to him.
Blessings, Kelvin. Help yourself, man.
Thank you, Kelvin. Kelvin, I'm going to go big at 498-652 and 54. We're left with only 2 minutes to take calls. Power FM. Hello.
ABX. Thank you very much for the quality album. We keep
big up yourself.
I'm a father of 3 young men. You've got a brighter future. I like the way you speak. You've got courage. In any other artist in Zimbabwe, I'm not going to mention any names, but I just like your touch. I've just seen your some of your videos and your live shows like the Grand Challenge. You are a star, my brother. Thank you very much, Chamvary. Thank you very much. That's a good show.
Blessings, my brother. My brother. Stay blessed.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, 498-654 and 498-652. I'm going to take 2 more calls and then we close it off. Power FM.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm delighted to be calling from Johnville Park.
Tauraine Mkomana.
Is that Nutty O?
ABX.
What do you say?
Muda semda.
Master Seed Zagabi Kwambara.
I have blessings mwangu. Master Seed to the world.
Ayo arambai makadarum jana yo star.
Ayo masimbi samda. Give thanks.
Iribo, keep on shining.
Stay safe, man.
Wow, thank you so much for the love. Power FM. 498-652 and 498-654. We got Nutty O in the studio. Last caller, make it count. We got Nutty O in the studio. Hello. Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm John from Glenville. What's up?
All right, John. We'll speak to Nutty O.
Nutty O.
Yo.
I'm a guy Rupiza.
Waga.
Rupiza, mom.
Ayo, blessings, Jonah, right?
Album now.
Ayo, Simbi song. Give thanks, man. Big up yourself, man.
Wow, thank you so much to everybody that got in touch. All right, I'm going to ask you this one real quickly. I had to save this one the best for last. So, a lot of comments have been coming out. A lot of posts were being made. He's all good. Chi. And then, one artist came up to say that, okay, let me say his name. Ricky Fire put a post on, it was shared by Plot Marco, and he was saying, Nutty O Arukugona, and, he's doing so well, but my big artist Arukugwadziwa nae. And, the general consensus in the comments section was like, which big artist, Ricky, are you speaking about? And this is something that I wanted to ask you. When you look at it, have you been getting love from the big artists? And let's just say they hadn't given you love. Was it going to stop anything from happening?
Okay. It's a sensitive issue and it has too many angles to it. But then one, fact that I was not going to get love from any of the artists, Padin, wasn't going to change anything as far as this album is concerned. It's like this body of work is these things are godly. The gift is from God, the grace is from God, and the achievements come with the grace of the Lord. So who is an individual, who is just a man, even if I wasn't going to get love from certain artists, it wasn't going to stop whatever it is that's going on right now. 2, Ricky, I think I saw, big up to Elder Ricky Fire. I understand where he's coming from, because the next post now, he was actually saying that he has been in conversations with certain artists who actually,
A bit negative
Yes,
about you.
yes.
All right.
So
So you were speaking from an informed position.
It's a very informed corner if you look at it, because he has been involved in conversations. He actually knew certain people who are not, who are actually, naysaying and all of that, which is normal. We are human beings, and whenever one does great, you expect these things.
All right.
You expect these things, and especially now, I would humbly say, I was even surprised with how well the Mustard Seed is doing. So imagine just another person who is not me, who is an artist also. There might be, if you're not careful, you might just be bad mind for no reason.
Right.
But I'm saying, let's unite, let's work, let's push. My win is also your win.
It's also
artist, Yeah.
We've run out of time. All right, last words real quickly because we have to go. It's time for the news right now. Last words to your fans, everybody listening, and the haters and all that.
Yo, Zimbabwe. I think we have done the first step towards the goal that we have always wanted to achieve. The first step. We need all to look out for the next step. All my ABX fans, all my Day One fans out there, thank you for the support and thank you for streaming my album. You're making my dreams come true. I really appreciate y'all. I'm going to be releasing my second video anytime soon, so I want y'all to go to Nutty O Vivo YouTube channel because it's a surprise. It's a big surprise. And also thanks to the naysayers and the haters. You're necessary in this journey.
Wow.
Without you, I would never have been this strong.
Wow.
Just know that and skupera pal.
Hey, thank you so much to NMB Bank for coming through onto this program. We'll be back again next week. And remember, you get more when you receive and collect a minimum of $100 via Send It To from any NMB Bank branch, registered agent, NMB Bank MTA Center, corner 1st and Kwame Nkrumah in Harare, and you could be a winner. Until next week, goodbye.
This has been Center Stage with Chamvary. All the hottest and latest live. Tune in to Power FM every Tuesday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. NMB Bank.